Okay, so now we are in VR, and for sure you're going to recognize this painting, because well, this drawing, sorry, because this is the one that I was showing you before. Um, what can we say about this? First of all, don't believe the eye. If you see this and you think that the whole thing is just one drawing, it's not how it was meant to be. This drawing here is divided in three parts. And every single part has some symbols. And every single symbol represents something that makes the whole unity one world. For you to understand this, let me just describe the first part of it. This is the first part of this world. Then you have the second part of this world here. And then you got the third part of this world here. In order to understand this, there's a symbol that you for sure are going to see everywhere you go in the whole extension of what we used to have as the Inca Empire, and that symbol is called the Chakana. And the Chakana is going to divide, it's going to be divided in three parts, as you can see here. 1, 2, and 3. So we're going to start for the first part, which is called the Hanampacha. The Hanampacha is the upper world, all of this area here. It's the world of the constellations, the sun, the moon, the god, the goddess, the rainbow, and so forth. Then we have the middle world right here, which is the earthly world. This is the world where we live now. It's just called the Ukupacha, right there. Okay, this is the material world, the one that we all lived in. And then there's another one that is in the underground. This is the underworld. The underworld is known as Urimpacha, and the Urimpacha is known as to be the world of the ancestors, the godfathers, the grandparents, the roots of everything we are now. This is this world. So just for you to remember, this is the division of the Chakana symbol, and there's another part here which says the fourth world, which is called a cosmogonical world, a cosmogonic world. Now, in order to have access to this world, and this world, the Incas believed that you had to pass through this world and then come on. I'm gonna give you a representation of it. It's something like this. Imagine that you are born in this land, okay? So this is, you're born, then you die, you're born again, you go to the sky, and when you get to the sky, you are a condor. When you come back here, maybe you are a puma. Then you die again, you're a snake. Come back again to the world, you're a puma, whatever other animal. Now you're a human. Come back again. Then you die. You are a bird, and like this. This is the sequence of life for the Incas. Okay, this reminds me, and I don't know if you can see it. I'm gonna put this one here, but this one reminds me of the atom. Take a look at it, and I'm gonna show you the picture of the atom. And not only reminds me the picture of the atom and the whole structure of the atom, but it also reminds me that this symbol here has some similitudes. I mean, let's take a look at it. See, for example, here we have a circle, circle here. We got a circle here. This is divided in three parts. You got the protons, the neutrons, and the electrons. Here we have the Hanampacha, the Ukupacha, and the Urimpacha. Makes me think, in a way or another, that maybe this is the problem with the world we live in now, that we couldn't understand this, because this was related to these three-dimensional worlds, in which all of the things related to the nature, the humans, and also the astrological world were combining in one. But then science told us, no, everything is made of atom. And this is the atom. The atom is divided in protons, neutrons, electrons, and then in the middle you have the nucleus. I'm just wondering here, but the similitudes are just like so exact that makes me think that there had been some changes there. Perhaps if we understand the world this way, we could understand this in a very easy way. But anyways, we continue. Now we're going to get, to the whole revelation of the symbology inside this painting. Remember that this is a painting that until nowadays you can see in the Temple of the Sun in Cusco. And I'm going to start telling you what is every single part and then how they interact to each other. We're going to start first. We're going to put the division of the words. Remember, this is the Hanan Pacha. This is the upper part of the drawing. Then we have the Uku Pacha. Okay, sorry, this is the underground. This is this part here. There you go. And then we have the Kai Pacha, which is the land where we live now. Okay, and this one here, this word here is represented by the condor. The Kai Pacha is represented by the puma, and the Uku Pacha is represented by the snake. Okay, now on the top part of the drawing we have 5 stars, and I know that the Orion constellation it has 7 stars, but here they're represented with 5, and this one has a name that is actually called the Urkurara. Okay, right there. This is the representation of the, oh sorry, there you go. There you go. So there we go. This is the Urkurara, the Orion constellation. Okay. Then we have to the right, sorry, underneath the Urkurara, we have this circle. Remember when I was talking about in the early explanation about this drawing, how it started? It started because Manco Cápac the first made a plague of gold, and that was a representation of Pachacutic, Pachayachachik, the creator. Now, I'm going to show you a picture of him. Well, this is how they represent him, and this is how we believe he looked. He had 2 buzzes on the side, and this one here, this is the condor. This is 2 snakes. This is a puma. This is another condor. And Huiracocha Pachayachachik is his name. This is the creator of the world for the Incas. It says here, the creator and the destructor of the whole world. Also creator of the human race. Belongs to pre-Inca and Inca culture. Is equivalent to Odin for the Nordic mythology, Zeus for the Greek mythology, and Shiva for the Hindu mythology. Okay, so just for you to understand, this is how they see him, the creator of everything. Okay, and then we have here to the left, we got the god sun. There we go. So you have the god sun here. And then you have a constellation which is the star of the morning star. You can put it over here. Okay, the morning star. Then underneath, you have this group of stars that represent the solstice of the summertime, and it's called the Uchu. So you got it there. This is the constellation of the summertime, and it's called the Uchu. Okay, and then to the other side, we have, here we got the sun, here of course we have the moon, and it's called Quilla. Remember that these words like Pachacutic, Urkurara, Inti, Hanan, Kai, Uku is a 5,000-year-old language. It's called Quechua. Okay, this is what you're going to listen to when you get to the highlands of Peru. When you get to the highlands of Bolivia, it's going to be Aymara. Okay, and also the northern part of Chile and northern part of Argentina. So Quilla is how we call our moon, and then here we have the star of the afternoon. There you go. There you go. And then underneath there, we have the summertime constellation. Here we have the one that represents the winter time, and it's called Pokoi. Pokoi. There you go. But also it represents the clouds. You know, when the clouds come, rain comes, and it's good because the rainy season is perfect. Remember that agriculture was the main economical system here. Everything was based on agriculture. So to have a rain is a good thing. Then we continue, and we're gonna get to this constellation, which is the Southern Cross constellation. And guess what? This Southern Cross is the same one that I was showing you here. It's exactly the same. This is actually the representation of this part here. It's called the Southern Cross constellation. Also, is the division of the three-dimensional world, Hanan, Kai, and Uku. And on top of that, in the middle, here in the center, you have this, which is the entrance to the fourth dimension, or the cosmogonical world. There you go. Then we continue. We have to the right, we have the rainbow. Here we have the rainbow. I'm gonna put it here. So this is the rainbow. And what happens with the rainbow? Why they thought that the rainbow was a deity? When you have a flower that is growing and there's rain and sun at the same time, there's going to be rainbow. But also to have rain and sun at the same time is going to catalyze the photosynthesis. The photosynthesis is a process that every single flower has to go through in order to bloom. For them, every time they saw the rainbow, they knew that it was going to be a massive blooming for the flowers, because this catalyzes the process. So for them to see the rainbow was a good symbol, and they took it as to be a deity. Okay, so it was not just like, oh, it's a beautiful rainbow. No, it was, oh, we're going to have massive agricultural production. Okay, then underneath it we have, and sorry, to the right, we have the man and the woman, the duality. Right here, see, man and woman, we have the duality. Wait, I'm gonna make it one again. There you go. Boom, there you go. Okay, this is the duality, man and woman, positive, negative, the moon, the sun. Okay, a duality there. Then here we have Pachamama, which is Mother Earth. I'm gonna put it like this. This one here, represented by 3 mountains there. This is Mother Earth, Pachamama. Okay, and then to the left, and continuing with this reasoning about the agricultural matters, the Idiapa, this symbol here, you can see it better there. Okay, that symbol there. Oh, sorry, it's actually the thunder, and they call it the messenger because every time you listen to the thunder, there's going to be rain. Before the rain starts pouring out wildly, you listen to this thunder. It's going to be a big broken in the sky. And then water is going to start pouring. It's a good thing for the agricultural fields. Okay, so the thunder was part of the messengers of that announced that was going to be a good harvesting time. Okay, and it's called the Ileapa, and it's right here. Then we continue. Then we have the Mama Cocha, which is the goddess of the water. It represents the rivers, for example. Okay, remember that in the highlands, they don't have access to the beach, you know, to the sea. But they have rivers everywhere. They just have rivers, main rivers and everything. Connected to the rivers in the jungle, the Amazon River, for example. But this one here, it's the goddess of the water. So every time they touch the water, they were in contact with this goddess, which is called the Mama Cocha. Here's the Pachamama, here's the Mama Cocha. Okay, and then we have the Malki. And talking about the ancestors, they represent the ancestors with the tree. Imagine they get close to a tree and they didn't look just at a tree, you know, like a beautiful tree. No, they looked at the tree and they believed that the tree was settled in the roots of the whole beginning of the culture. So they respect the tree as if the tree was a grandparent. Like if you love your grandparent, or if you have a talking with your grandparent and you say, hey, how was the world when you were born, like in the 1950s, 1960s? Maybe they can give you some ideas of how was the world. Well, same deal here, but the knowledge came from nature, and this time represented by the tree. Also, Malki, and not only means tree, but also Malki means mummy. You know, they mummify the ancestors, and then they actually took them on a parade on the whole extension of the Inca Empire. And this is something that stopped when colonization started, because for them it was a pagan ritual. But just to give you an idea, you know, it was not like somebody died, they put them 6 feet under, and goodbye. No, they actually mummified them and they took him on a parade around. So it was always present, the idea that the past is something that the knowledge of the past is something that can help you in your very present. Okay, there you got it. It's called Malki. Okay, and now we continue. The last part of this is called the Kolka, right there. And Colca is the agricultural fields. If you get to the highlands, you will find out many terraces. You will find out that everywhere you go and you find an Inca temple, surrounding the Inca temple, including Machu Picchu, there's going to be some terraces where they put all of them agricultural products, mainly potatoes. Remember that this is the land of the potatoes. We develop 5,000 kinds of potatoes here. Anyways, this is what I wanted to transmit to you. This is the understanding of the world for the Incas. So going back to this representation of the atom, you know, in modern science, they said that we all come from the atom, that this is our core. I mean, I've never seen an atom. I've never seen an atom. Every day I see the sun. Every day I see the moon. Every day I see people. Not every day I see a rainbow. It would be very lucky for me to do so. But I know that all of these components here in this world exist, and if we understand them as they have a soul, I personally believe that this will be a more conscious world. We would see the world in a completely different way, and it would be very illogical to put this onto that and say, okay, this is what we are, and that's it. I think that it would be very logical. I rather personally see the world as what it is, like this, and also accept that it's not only one. Look, they believe in 3 worlds at the same time, and there was a 4th world. Now, another thing related to the 4th world that I wanted to explain is that when you talk about the cosmogonical world, you're for sure also talking about not only when you die. When you come out from this world to have access to this world, or come out from this world to have access to this world, it's not that you die. There's many ways that you can die. For example, if you forget about who you were like a year ago and you're a different person, you're already dead. That person is not here anymore. So you come out from that world and you became into something else. And then you come back to this world and then you come out as something else. You're 6 years old, now you're 13 years old, now you're 15 years old, now you're 18, 24, 34, 84, 100, la. I mean, life for the Incas is endless. You have no, it's not that you have an ending there. It's an everlasting thing. It's like this. That's what life was for the Incas. Okay, and so just for you to maybe have an idea of the difference of what they say now and what we used to know. Also, I want to drag into the picture this god here because it looks completely different to many gods that I've seen. And if you ever come to Peru, when you get to the Temple of the Sun, this is the picture that you're going to see. Okay, nowadays in this is a replica. This is not the original one. But you can see it's exactly the same. What this guy here, Juan de Santa Cruz, Pachacuti Yamki Saika Maiwa, did is that he make a drawing of the original one, and this is what we have as the only link to what the ideology of the Inca cosmology was all about. You know, and until nowadays, in many celebrations, they respect this. There's so many things I haven't talked to you about because there's going to come in the next chapters. But just for you to have an idea, this is exactly what I wanted to block your conscious mind for you to understand. You can take a picture and see this video as many times as you want. Now we're going to continue to the next chapter. Thank you.